Is a porno, bro.
Bro, it's like a porno, bro, but it's like an incest porno, bro. Like,
it's a porno, bro.
And that's so.
I'm just running around by myself.
Like that.
Like that. Just right.
Alright guys, let's cheese up. You're in for another show today. I've got two very special guests with us. Now we got ourselves ChallengerxJ. You already know me.
What's going on, guys? It's ChallengerxJ here. You already know twitch.tv, ChallengerxJ. I'm here, bro.
We got another person. Now this is a surprise guest. He's gonna catch everyone off storm. Very, very, very close friend of mine. Welcome, Sleeps. Tell us about yourself, my man.
Sleepy Sleeps.
How you doing?
I'm all good, my brother. How's everyone doing at home?
Tell us.
Follow me on YouTube.
That's it. That's it.
Sleepy Sleeps Gaming or Sleepy Sleeps at Twitch. Either one, I'm happy.
Check
Just give me a shout. Check it out. It's up to you.
That's it. That's it. Check his YouTube videos out. There's a couple dope Spider-Man vids. There's loads of cool stuff. Make sure to give that a look. All right, guys. So we're gonna get started today, man. Now, I've got a cool topic today. I'm not gonna lie, innit? I've got a cool topic.
What's the topic for today?
Well, PS5 is coming out on Friday, innit?
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday. Oh, I'm looking at my wrist. There's no watch. PS5 is Wednesday. I mean, no, Friday, man. What, it's coming out on Thursday?
Yeah.
Wow.
19th, my bro.
Wow. I've been unemployed for a while. Alright, so P5's coming out tomorrow. I want to have a send-off for the PlayStation 4 in it. Now, obviously, you guys are both gamers. I know that because I played games with you both. You know, we have a very big similarity here. Or you got to be honest, you know. I don't want no lies, no nothing. Just be honest, innit? I feel like you're gonna kind of grill me for one of my recommendations, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So, should we start with ChallengerxJ first?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us your most? I don't want to say the best and the worst, and I don't want to say overrated, underrated.
Yeah.
What would you say is just a very, very good game, like for the P5?
For the P5 or
Yeah.
for the PlayStation 4?
Oh, sorry, for the P4. I've been drinking a little.
So for the PlayStation 4, I mean it's gonna be on both consoles anyway.
Yeah.
But for me, it has to be Spider-Man.
Ooh, what? Do you see that coming?
Spider-Man has done justice. Like, Spider-Man's a game that I hold close to my heart. I am a very huge Marvel fan. Everybody knows I hold a Spider-Man costume in my closet. Like,
yeah, she does have a Spider-Man costume.
I am a huge Spider-Man fan. And I have hands down invested in every single Spider-Man game that has been today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Because Sleeps is a very, very big fan as well.
Yeah, me and Sleeps had a
You're gonna
conversation
have that in
about
common.
Spider-Man.
You're gonna have that in common. That's good.
We've had this
That's
conversation
good.
about Spider-Man, but honestly, Spider-Man PS4 was amazing because it pushed the boundaries.
Yeah.
It pushed the boundaries for the PS4. Like I don't think we realized how strong the PS4 could be until we saw New York in the game so clearly.
Yeah, but it was a clear New York though. Like there was, so I went to New York. Like funny enough, when the game released, right, and there were certain buildings in the exact same position. I'm not saying the same outlet. I'm talking like I'm on this street. And it mimicked the street down to the T.
Bro, there was a TikTok video I saw, and my man was playing Spider-Man PS4, and he was like, "Yo, this is my apartment," and he put his camera outside. He's like, "Yo, this is." He's on the game, and he was like, "Yo, this is where I am. Like, this is me right now."
I really give props for that one because you know what I did love about that game. One bit that hit me hard. You know that scene where you've been saving the day. Get back to your apartment, you've got the eviction notice. Everything is gone.
It gets real.
Everything.
Oh,
Spider-Man who saves the day.
But that Spider-Man
still has real man problems.
He's
just like us. Like, you know, like Miles Morales' Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Where he says anyone can wear the mask.
Yeah.
That's how that game makes you feel. I have to give you props. And that was my favorite bit, because you have to
PS4.
you have to what do you call it? You have to go and chase down the garbage truck to get your gear back. You know what I'm saying? I was saying like that's
always
deep,
made it so
little
relatable.
do you lot know, like that rent guy knew they just kicked that Spider-Man.
He ain't saving them in it, man. He ain't saving them later. I'm
But I was gonna say the thing I like about that Spider-Man PS4 though is, so obviously in the PS5 when they changed the character model and he looks box fresh. But in the old one, you can see the stress on him, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
tired,
You can-
like, I didn't
He
like
looked
the
like he'd been
changes.
Spider-Man for
that's what I'm
8
saying.
I
years.
didn't like the changes.
With the change.
Did you see the eyebrows? Did you see the eyebrows? Like
But
the
he
like
too
the lines
fresh,
and
bro. He
stuff.
too box fresh.
Apparently, they were trying to make him look like a
Tom
Yuri
Holland.
Lowenthal, who does the actual voice. You know, he does Sasuke in
Yeah, I've seen you.
Naruto.
Yeah, he does
Does
Sasuke.
he?
Yeah.
look.
No way!
Yeah, like in the
I got
English.
Sasuke
In
tiny
the
on me,
English
bro.
dub. In the English dub.
I don't watch that.
I've seen
He
Yuri.
does
though.
Sasuke. Yeah,
I've
he
seen
does
Yuri. It doesn't
Sasuke,
look like that though.
Oh,
Because at
for real?
first, when I heard the
Well.
game was coming out and I
Yeah.
heard Yuri Lowenthal, I was like, oh god, am I going to be swinging around sounding like Sasuke? Shidori!
Then you look behind him, Orochimaru's there licking his lips.
Oh, yeah, man.
I know.
And I think what really sold it for me in that game was the there's one random mission where you had to do a race, but it was a thunderstorm. Did you ever play that mission?
Remember that, man?
There's like a thunderstorm. It's raining, and you got
Oh,
to do a race.
Make sure you keep moving.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
The lightning strikes.
And yo,
Yeah.
that really pushed the graphics to the max. Like I was
Bro.
like, swing it, bro. That game.
You
10
enjoy
out of 10,
the spider box bits as well, you know, when
Yeah,
the spider
yeah,
bot is just
yeah,
looking for the
yeah,
pollution in the water and stuff.
Bro,
You
beautiful.
know what touched me? I know a lot of people complain about this, but I loved it, yeah, because it taught me the fundamentals of swinging, yeah, was catching the pigeons for Harold.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I'm gonna catch all 15, Harold. I'll be
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
set,
yeah.
bro. I'll be
2
back
minutes,
in
my
a
man.
set. Give me like half an hour.
Was it half an hour? Be honest with me. Was it half an
Bro,
hour?
hour,
bro.
those
About
pigeons,
3
they didn't make it easy though.
Took me a while, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while.
Those pigeons didn't make it easy, bro. Those pigeons were like, they're stuck in a
I
dive.
didn't want to say nothing. I wanted to hear him say first. Right, it took me an hour.
Because you know, I
Took me like 4.
was doing the Challenger drones. You know the challenge when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get to do the drones, the Taskmaster challenges. I was doing that, and then when I came across the pictures, I was like, oh my god, they move swifter than a bloody drone.
Have you guys realised that in a lot of the movies and a lot of the shows, Kingpin has just been coming up everywhere? Like it is such a notable character.
Yeah.
Are you happy with him being one of the main villains?
I mean,
Love it, man.
yeah.
Love
I mean,
it.
I think
Love
when
it.
when you think of New York, I think Kingpin's an easy villain to use because most of the time there is obviously a main bad guy, but you're
Yeah.
most of the time just fighting crooks, and Kingpin controls the underworld of all the crooks and stuff. So it's easy to have him as a villain and then have
Because I
like
feel they
side
done him
people.
justice, and I was happy
Yeah,
with that,
no, they did.
especially in that new Miles movie as well. So they gave him a lot of justice. For an animated movie to show that they can just kill off someone, that's very powerful.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really have that. You look at the graphics and you think, you know, this is kind of cool. And then bang, Spider-Man's dead. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that coming. I'm not gonna lie. I've got to give it props for that. But that's a very very good game. That's a very very good game. I'm happy you chose that. Like, I hope the people in the comment sections can actually see it. I want them to add their own little spin to it. But the new game coming out, obviously Sleeps has already played it.
Yeah.
He could not wait for P5.
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
What do you want to look forward to in the new one?
In Miles Morales.
Yeah.
What I look forward to in this one is having the same Spider-Man aspect, but having the Latino, Black American influence inside of it. You see from the trailer, that has the hip hop. It has, you know what I mean, like I don't want them to make another generic Spider-Man game like with Peter Parker. I want them to make a Spider-Man game, Miles Morales, and I want Miles Morales to own it. I want his influence to be in it, and you know what I mean. I want
it's
I
a
want
hard
him to represent.
it's a hard mantle to live up to for Miles.
Yeah.
You know, we like Miles because obviously he appeals to a lot of us. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Peter Parker always being the face of Spider-Man.
Bro, I always have love for Peter Parker, but
it's just getting to that point now where we've seen too much of Peter Parker. Do you reckon? Do you know? I don't want to see Andrew Garfield again. Low blow.
Those flirting bits with him and bloody Gwen Stacy were wicked.
Let's not go there. Do you remember Spider-Man 3 when he was walking down the high street? He had the black.
We're not meant to talk about that.
Alright, we'll keep moving on.
All you Spider-Man fans out there, we're not meant to talk about
We're
it.
not meant to talk about that. But do me a favour, Sleeps to the right of me has got Wait, is it left on the camera or the right? Because obviously you're right of me.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn around if you. To the left of me, yeah. He's got a video online with Spider-Man on his YouTube channel, so make sure to check it out.
And that's only a teaser, by the way.
A teaser, what?
I've got some crazy combos, but because I wanted a couple of my friends to watch it, and they didn't. They didn't, by the way.
So he looked at me there, yeah. If you're not watching the video, he looked at me there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait for that P5, but we'll get there after.
J included, bro.
Bro, I watched it all, you know.
He did not watch it.
Bro, I
all.
did. I saw every transition, every scene, every transition. I watched it.
Why am I still on 6 likes, bro?
Bro, I'm one of the 6, bro.
That should be 7.
Someone else get represented.
Love you guys. If you guys see it, don't be like Jay. Drop a like.
Oh man, it could be worse. It could be Josh and highlighting the other thing, you know. All right. We're gonna keep it moving. So, we've got a newcomer sleeps here. As I said to Janie, it don't have to be the best, P4 game, but to you, one of the most underrated games out there. What would it be, my man? I'm interested to see it.
Ooh, underrated. That's a tough one.
Your best, to you, the best game that's out there, but at the same time is underrated to a lot of other people. There's loads of examples.
Ooh, that's tough. Ooh, that's a very, very tough one.
I'm leaning closer. Every time I'm getting closer and closer.
No, what's underrated? I'm thinking to myself.
What would you say is your best game out there for starters? What would you say on the P4? This game come out because of the character development, because of all the changes. What would you say stuck to people?
It'd have to be God of War, man.
Yeah, that's a very good recommendation. Now, what is it you like about God of War? Is it the fact that obviously he's got the kid now? Is it the fact that he doesn't? The game itself is just so open.
What I love about it is if you smashed in the first 3, right, guys at home, if you played the first 3, smashed it to bits, literally smashed it to bits, cutting everything open.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Centaurs and all, yeah. We're talking just go all the way through, and then you play that, you're like, wow, my guy has grown.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it the beard? Is it the beard
that's grown too? I'm jealous.
Yeah. The beard was nice.
No, I can't get a beard, but yeah.
Him looking after that kid was a game changer to me. Like me seeing that happening.
Smashed it.
You know what I mean? It kind of changed everything to me because Kratos is always, don't get me wrong, like he's obviously with his backstory with the family and stuff like that. He's been through some stuff, but to him to look after that boy, which
shows
to me
more
was different.
It shows more of his humanity.
There you go. There you go. That's a very good. That's a very good thing.
Like it makes you realise like he does still have that. His mum in him, innit?
Yeah.
But he can kill where man if he wants to.
His mum's human as well, isn't it?
He's like, yo, I got this child support money to pay, like shit. Kill my juice and pay my.
And what makes it touching as well? Because when you go throughout the whole story, if you're listening carefully as you're doing the story, he's calling Atreus boy. But as Atreus gets better and better through the game, and he actually. Before they go to Jotunheim, he actually calls him Atreus by his
that's
name.
deep, fucking hell. And you led me on there with that tone of voice, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
By his name, like he actually calls him Atreus, and that's when you're there like.
Yeah. You've matured.
You earned your dad's respect.
Yeah.
Man, like good on you, son. And what made it even crazier, the whole twist at the end. Gave me goosebumps. I've got goosebumps right now thinking about it.
I don't want to talk too much into it because obviously spoilers, just in case someone hasn't seen it. But what was your overall view of the ending for the people that have obviously seen it? What was your view of it? What would you say like got you the most? I know it's a bit difficult to say like don't spoil it. At the same time, like you know what I mean. What got you? Is it the humanity? Is it everything that went along with it? What would you say?
Just seeing growth,
Seeing growth, and that's
seeing
dope.
2 people, someone who doesn't know how to be a dad.
Yeah, me.
And like a son who's never known his dad doesn't know how to act around him.
Joshua.
Used to being around his
They had
dad.
the complete trick. They had the comic relief as well through the heads. Or I can't remember what the thing was called.
Where you chose the guy saying
he carries it around. You've got the whole
Yeah.
full circle. with it, like-
Just
I never understood that. I don't really want a guy's head chopped off on my side.
I loved it because when I heard him say like behind you, brother, I was like,
I'm
what?
safe, bro. I'm safe, bro. Pat his head in it. Good job, man. Good job.
I was like, no,
Do you want some weed? What is
yeah,
it?
just that growth between them two,
Yeah.
and just the mysteries that, you know,
That
I
is
don't know
dope, yeah.
everything that it's led on to. There's so many questions.
yeah.
There's so many questions answered. There's so many
It just leads
questions
into so much
afterwards
more.
as well.
Yeah.
Why do I still have more questions? Ragnarok 2021, baby.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go, man.
What would you expect from that game like Ragnarok? Where could you see God of War heading next? Obviously, you've got
What more can he do?
You've got the PS5.
I feel
so
like they're
technology
gonna
can
get
push.
the stuff in, you know, the crap kicked out of us.
Yeah.
The first level, you know, like God of War 2.
Because they have
When
to
you first
downplay
face
it.
Zeus.
Yeah.
And he batters you to take away your power.
That hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I know it's a long time ago, but that hurt my heart. Innit? I'm
Still
not
scarred,
gonna lie.
innit? Still scarred like
I don't wanna
crazy.
see my man. I woke up that morning, you know Harry Potter when he scarred her. I woke up like that, bro. I was like, oh my scar.
Zeus is up in the clouds just flexing.
He's laughing, bro. Like Greek god, bro. Chucking thunderbolts, man.
It's like,
Is that your son? Yeah.
Say something dumb. Say something dumb.
But that's a dope game. You've both given very good games. I actually feel like when it comes to my turn, my game ain't gonna be that good. Comparing it to Spider-Man, comparing it to obviously God of War, because
You can't
those
say
two,
that.
those are some top games.
You can't say that. Everyone's different, my bro.
So
hear it.
it's
Them
come to
already-
my turn, innit? It's come to
Okay.
my turn.
Hey, ask him the question.
Ask me, my man.
what's your top game for
I'm busy,
PS4?
bro. I'll tell you later.
All the time.
All right. Top game for P4. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if you played the game I'm about to say. My man is a big fan of Final Fantasy.
Yep.
He's a big fan.
Okay.
He's got me into a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I've always been a fan, but he's always
I haven't
pushed me
played the
further.
latest ones.
Did you play 13?
Nope. I
See,
haven't played it in a long time.
I was honestly humming and hawing this morning between Final Fantasy games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know whether to go with the recent one, which is 7, and obviously the one before.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
Sorry. And I was going back and forth. You know, are you going to go with Noctis? You know, are you going to go with Cloud? Not this Cloud, not this Cloud. And it was difficult. And I woke up this morning. I had like a vision. You know, like the sun was shining in my eye.
Yeah.
You know, my girl made me pancakes. It felt like it was right to say, God damn, Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the fucking best games to come out in the PS4. Like, honestly, man, because
Honestly, Final Fantasy VII Remake was a dream come true for me.
yeah, and there you go. You've obviously played the original.
Yeah.
You've played that game. You've seen the graphics to Barrett to Tifa to see such beautiful graphics. This game was nuts, man. It was nuts.
I was fully into the Final Fantasy VII lore. Like, Avid Children, Final Fantasy VII. I know it in and out. Like, I know it in and out. Cloud is my guy. And Final Fantasy VII Remake, bro. Honestly, it took my breath away because.
It was
well,
hard.
It's hard to talk about because of spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna. Everyone practically knows. You know, at the end, at one point, you're gonna come across Sephiroth. You know.
Yeah.
The way they done it to structure it in that kind of way, because obviously they change a bit of the story.
Yeah.
There was 1-2 scenes that I don't obviously want to say out loud that kind of got me by surprise. And just sitting there thinking, wow, you know, they actually put effort into this. Like, when you see Sephiroth and that music comes out, well, can you play that music somehow integrate it into this video? Because what do you mean that music's nuts? If I'm gonna go fight someone, I'm listening to Sephiroth's beat. You know, I'm gonna fuck someone up, bro.
Our director just said no, by the way. Just let you guys know.
Goddamn Mongolians.
Goddamn
That's a
Mongolians.
Ghost of Tsushima reference. You know what? I woke up this morning. I rang ChallengerxJ and I was like, look, like I don't know what game to go for. Ghost is up there as one of my favorite games, and it was between that and Final Fantasy VII. I think Final Fantasy VII just hit so much at home because it's not a remake. A remake is something with tiny bit of better graphics. this is something beyond the remake. They've changed the storyline.
Yeah.
You know, I was confused.
Yeah.
Like, at certain scenes, I was confused. I was like, why should I be confused?
You know what? And I think that's why they put emphasis on the name remake. Because
Yeah.
it's not a remake.
This is what I mean.
They've changed the whole story, bro.
The
Honestly,
whole
man.
story is like it's like changed, and I just couldn't get over it.
Bro.
You completed the game way before me.
Yeah.
He's so good at flipping on role
RPGs,
games,
bro.
Man, you know,
RPGs.
fighting games.
I'm good
I'm
at RPGs.
sick. Street Fighter, Smash Bros, Tekken. I'm sick, bro. You put me in a fucking RPG, yeah. I'm out.
Gotta take turns.
I'm trying to do a Hadouken. I'm like, why is it not working? He completed on the hardest difficulty, yeah. I was on normal, and I got to the end, and I was like, "Bruh, am I really gonna do this again in really, really hard mode?" He put me to shame.
I mean, to be honest, like, how long is that game now? When did that come out? Come out February, right? Did it come out February this year?
February.
It came out February this year. I feel like if you haven't played it now, if you find spoilers, shame on you, innit? Like, shame on you, bro. Like,
Shame on you, bro.
there should be a time limit for spoilers.
Shame
now.
on you, Kozan.
You know what I mean? Like, you know people who watch Game of Thrones and they're like, oh, I'm gonna start watching Game of Thrones now. I don't want to be spoiled. No, it's too late, bro. It's
Game
done.
of Thrones
It's done. It's
is
over.
shit. If you want that first scene of Game of Thrones, yeah, now, I'll spoil it. Yeah, let me tell you guys what happened in it. I'm gonna walk you through this story.
Game of Thrones is a porno, bro.
Bro, it's like a porno, bro, but it's like an incest porno, bro. Like,
It's a
I
porno,
don't know
bro.
to describe it. The first episode, yeah, I'm gonna just describe it real quick in like 3 sentences, yeah. The guy was fucking his sister and then kicked a kid off a fucking roof. That's literally Game of Thrones in a nutshell. Bro, I was sitting there, I was watching, I was like, what the fuck? And when they kicked that kid, I looked around like, yo, it's a fucking police.
They'll throw some dragons.
Throw some dragons, you know.
It's this century. This is the century we're living in now.
I was like, yo, take this shit off the air, bro. And then, I'm not gonna lie, the woman was a bit fine, so I kind of see why everyone was, you know what I mean? But it's not for me, not for me. Anyway,
Final Fantasy 7, 100%. Like Crisis Core built the story. Final Fantasy 7.
I need your help with Crisis Core. I was so confused at the end. Can we break a few spoilers here?
I think we can.
Break the boundary,
I think we can.
So obviously, the ending scene, you had what's his name? Cloud's mentor.
Zack.
You had Zack, right? Zack's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Zack was alive at the end.
Yeah. So what
the hell, man?
So basically, let me break it down.
I'm bringing out sleeps. Let's get our pen and papers in it.
In Crisis Core.
Right the back of my hand.
In Crisis Core, Zack essentially saved Cloud.
Yeah.
Through the stress of everything that happened, Cloud somehow convinced himself that he is Zack and became this top soldier through the stress. Cloud was a trash soldier. He couldn't fight for nothing. But because of the stress of everything that happened to him, his mind broke and it made him into this unbeatable soldier. Events went on. Blah blah blah. This Final Fantasy 7 story took a path of Zack dying, Cloud going on thinking he's a soldier, meeting Aerith who was Zack's fiance, and taking down Sephiroth. Now Final Fantasy 7 remake had a little thing in there where they had these ghosts. They had these ghosts like kind of flying about.
That threw me off guard, didn't it?
That threw everyone off guard because we were
I don't remember that shit.
Where did these ghosts come from? I didn't see this in the other game.
I thought I was bare young on this side.
But in my mind, you think, oh, you know what? Because the graphics is being pushed to such level, they just expand on the environment. Maybe the ghost was always there. Yeah. But what these ghosts were here to correct the timeline. They're trying to stop you from proceeding how. They're trying to make the game how the first Final Fantasy was. They're trying to make that game happen, but you're slowly breaking the timeline.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where you fight Sephiroth in this. You fight Sephiroth a lot earlier than you should have.
Yeah.
People who were supposed to die didn't die.
Yeah.
And the whole timeline's different.
That threw me off guard though.
Yeah.
That honestly got to the point when obviously with Barrett and things
like
that.
Yeah.
I looked around my room, bro. Do you ever just do that? Just like look around your room, like there's no one in your room. You're like, yo, did you just see that? Like chatting to them ghosts, like,
bro. My jaw was dropped, bro. Yeah. I was like, what is that?
You kept that good secret from me.
I was itching, bro. I was like, yo, I got these cheeseburgers, man. I was itching, bro. And the thing about it, like so obviously Zack So obviously, they come out the portal, they beat Sephiroth, and they're in this new world. They're gonna continue their adventure.
Yeah.
And after the game ends, you see Zack pick up Cloud and carry on walking.
That I didn't know.
Zack fights 100 soldiers, he dies. But he beat all the 100 soldiers in this at the end of the game, and he picks up Cloud and he's carrying on walking. So now we're like, yo, Zack is alive.
Come into part 2 of this.
Bro, part 2 is gonna be unreal.
Come into part 2 of this. Now they got 2 options. They can make Final Fantasy even better and keep the changed storyline.
Yeah.
But if they magically make it go back to the original, would you both say you're happy or sad if it goes back to the original? Because I'm happy with the changes, man.
No matter where the game goes.
Like you said, they put the emphasis on remake.
Yeah.
And you're changing these man there. Like you said, all those scenes have changed. Them lot are trying to change the timeline.
Yeah.
And they're like, why not go with it?
Yeah.
You can
But it's very risky.
You can still play. You can still go back and play the other one.
Yeah. He's got a point, isn't it?
No,
a bit shit graphics,
no, matter where they take it, no matter where they take it,
you're a fan.
I'll be happy.
You're a fan.
Because of the movies and stuff like that, that's the only way. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but you know what? They haven't let me down yet. I'm happy to see what they're gonna come out with a second time. You know, hopefully they can finish that and get moving with a new Kingdom Hearts game. So I'll be over the moon. We were speaking about that earlier, isn't it?
Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a bit.
You know what Kingdom Hearts was missing?
Again, Donald. Kill me.
They
still have not fixed that.
You know
They still have
not
not
fixed. You remember in number 2 where Goofy almost died? I was like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, fuck Goofy.
It was hard though. It was hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to the Frozen world. When you got to the Frozen world and Let Go was playing, I was like, oh.
No, see, this is
man,
hard, man.
That bit in the maze bit in Frozen, I was there.
I was there for a good while, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, this little like icicle things, I was there. So I kept going there and it take me to a different level. I was like, all right.
It was upset.
But now I gotta go left. So I went to the left. I was like, nope, gotta go that way. I have to go slide back on the thing.
You know, I would say I make amazing comebacks, You know, it's the heat of the battle. You know when you're with your boys, you know, tension's a bit tight, you want to play some Smash Bros. And you make a comeback. You know, I'm not saying no names in my squad, but you make a comeback. Now, when you make a comeback, not any comeback, you know, not just towards the end when it's a one-on-one, I'm talking free stock coming back, you know, putting the controller down while there's cinematics at the end, you know, I do a certain thing. Now, if you excuse me, my dog, let me show these people. Let me show you guys now. It's very simple. What you have to do here is proper simple. So after you beat him, you look him in the eye. You look him in the eye like that. I can't look at that, she's too beautiful. Get one knee, give him this. From the arcades, from back in the day, you give him this. Now if you know me, when you see this, it burns, innit?
You're on your last legs, mate. Yu-Gi-Oh's keeping you alive right now.
Is there something you want to say about Yu-Gi-Oh director, yeah? And you lost, bruv. And you lost, innit? And we'll get into that another day. We'll get into that another day, innit?
If you didn't have rights to Yu-Gi-Oh, you would have been swept under.
Have you thought of your? I know it's a hard one for you because you've got a lot of love for the P4. Have you thought one yet, or do you want me to go?
Nah, you go.
Alright, we're gonna go. Now, when I say this next one, don't hit me. Alright? How much have you had to drink? Alright, so the next game I'm gonna mention, but let me first show you my tattoos before someone tells me to fuck off. Yeah, I love Naruto. This is Pain. This is Madara. That's Zoro. I'm just showing you for the sake of it. But yeah, it's gonna be Naruto Shinobi Strikers. And I know you're probably thinking, right, where's my hammer? Let me hit this motherfucker in the head. The reason I don't like the game is nothing to do with the actual free roaming in game itself. I thought that the graphics and things like that weren't bad at all. I have to be fair with it. I thought the whole idea of it was very good after Ultimate Ninja Storm. How can you release a Naruto game after having one of the greatest Naruto games out to ever come out? You know, you're pushing the boundaries between games. I just kind of feel that the time step between them releasing the characters, Jiraiya came, you know,
much later.
Much later. Like that's why I was kind of really upset because I spent 50 quid on that. You know, now if I'm not gonna, that was 50 quid worth of weed. I'm never gonna get. You know.
They got Naruto, Nine Tails form, Sasuke, Oden,
which is dope. Which is dope.
Oh, they've added what's his name? You know, Itachi's best friend.
Oh, they got Shizu in there now, yeah.
He's the next.
All right, I'm gonna talk to
I
that
told you
Shizu after
this
year.
game here is just peaking slowly, guys. It's peaking slowly.
But this is it. I don't want to wait that.
It's one of those games where like this is season 3 now.
Yeah.
So it's one of those games.
It just upsets me.
It was just really slow to get going. It was really slow to get going.
You know what everyone.
But I understand what you meant at the start because I felt the same at the start. I was like, it's a bit lacking a bit.
Do you know what? Everyone that played
bit.
Street Fighter 5 hated it. They hated it, and I loved it only because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And I could understand that if you know what's coming in Naruto, they should include all that. When you're up against Ultima Ninja Storm 4, you know, what do you even call 4 games in a row? Like, is that trilogy? Is that like that's more than 3, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, more than 3.
A quadruple
Quadrilogy, innit?
Quadrilogy, innit? Yeah. Cut that out. When you have all those games and those dope games with that dope cinematics and things like that, I hoped for the money that I spent on it at the beginning they would have added more. I'm not saying it's the worst game to come out on PS4. I was hoping there was a lot more to it. I have to sit there and respect what you're trying to say and added more stuff on.
And you gotta remember, all these people they add, these characters, your main character, the person that you made, you train under them, you learn all their moves.
Yeah,
and that was cool.
One thing I would ask you as well, do you think the game's balanced?
Yeah.
So you don't think that
at first it wasn't?
Yeah,
at first it wasn't.
Yeah.
At first it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that's a crucial mistake though. You see that right there?
You know what I'm?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're a fan.
When I do like Almighty. When I do Almighty push. And
you know,
it's when it's in a Ninja Face-Off as well, or Planetary Devastation. Ninja Face-Off. It's 6 people, all against all. You're all in the tuning exam. All against all. I've caught 5 people, all 5 of them. In the Planetary Devastation. Drop them,
just flying into the
air. And I had to wait 10 seconds for them all to respawn.
And that's
I'm just running around by myself, like that, just running around.
And don't get me wrong, and that is dope. But my argument with the game is not because of those things, and not because of the future DLC.
No,
it's mainly the release. And this is something that I have
to. It was a bad release. They didn't.
Yeah, and this is something I have to admit because
they didn't do it too well.
You know I'm a Naruto fan. I love that stuff. I got Sasuke's curse mark right here, bro. Like, you know, whenever I see Orochimaru, my shoulder burns, bro. Like, what is it? That side actually? I don't even know anymore.
See when you download.
I start shaking, bro.
Download season 2. Yeah.
Do you remember that music with Orochimaru shoulder, bro? Do you remember that music? I start screaming, bro.
When he first turned up as that weird woman, you know, when he's when
he started laughing and started ripping his face off, I was like, what the fuck? The only time I've been that shocked is Dragon Ball Z, where Cell took 17.
Oh, what I say?
I was shook, bro. I was like, Mom! Yo, get in there quick, just get done.
I thought you were talking about Haku, bro. No. I was like, what? Haku's a boy. Well, okay.
You see 17's holding on to the thing, the tail, and you see his legs just going like that.
That was fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. That was probably the most fucked up scenes of my life. But anyway, we'll keep it going. I don't even want to start crying, bro. Him and Ganondorf scare me. But anyway. Do you have your game yet? Sleeps my guy. Do you have a game? You don't have to have it.
Sorry, people, but I don't have a worst
You love the P4, man.
PlayStation.
What game do you reckon could have done better? You know
what? Worst game on PlayStation, but it's not just
say Street Fighter. Walk out right now.
You know what, show? I wouldn't say Farming Simulator, but they've got 19 or 20 or 21 of those.
What do you mean?
When I'm looking at the PS Plus deals,
they got 21
I keep
games.
seeing Farming Simulator pop up, and I'm like, how's that game
They got 21 fucking games. I can't even get a text back, bro.
When I'm there, I'm like, you know what?
People live for that, bro. Sometimes you wake up and you be like,
don't hate me, guys who play that game.
I'm gonna fucking download it tonight, bro. I'm gonna farm some sheep, bro.
They gave one away like 3 months ago, I think it was 19 for free. And Mrs. was like, download it. I was like, yeah. I just said, like, you know, you just look at
Don't underestimate those games, bro.
Can we start beef with them?
Downloading it now.
You know what? Those games.
Mrs. Don't watch this, my love.
Let me tell you. when I was 15, I was a zoo tycoon. I had my own zoo.
Oh, for real?
I had my own zoo, and so one of my employees messed up.
Jurassic Evolution.
Yeah, bro, that's a good game.
What the fuck?
Bro, good game, bro.
Yeah. I never felt so left out in my fucking life. I'm leaving.
Oh man, that's Evolution. It's even got the little John Williams score.
Fuck off.
When they walk
Jurassic
out.
what games are you guys playing, goddammit?
That one, like, you just have to maintain
Bro,
your bar. Like, they
don't
break out
stress.
and stuff. You got to stop them. You got to get out and trank them and get them back in the cage before they eat.
I'm gonna compete, bro. Nah, I'm gonna compete, bro. Nah, you shoot these animals, yeah?
My lines are skates, bro.
Hey, you playing
Turok was a bad boy.
Turok was a bad man.
Stab a raptor in the head.
That was messed up, you know, and in that bit graphics. How do you describe it? That graphic. You know,
64-bit.
Pixelated. I used to love it, bro. Do you remember
64-bit?
Yeah.
It came out in the 64
Laura
first,
Croft?
didn't it?
PS1 as well. It was on PS1.
Do you remember Laura Croft with her pointy nipples? It was literally like she was so like pixelated. Do you remember like PS1?
Yeah.
Listen,
I used to lock the butler in the
yo,
closet.
can you add a picture of her into this mix? Is that cool? Yeah. Type it down.
Insert. Then put the new one and say what happened.
What happened, bro? It was like these pointy things like that, bro. She used to turn the screen on. I used to try and dodge it, bro. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I know it's like, feminists out there like, oh, this is all sexualism and that. But I'm like, sorry, she was born with big boobs.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. She's born like that.
Don't follow my goddamn podcast, innit?
So
we've had some dope discussions. We've had some very good games.
Loved it.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like we've talked about some real stuff. What, are you gonna join us some more? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
that's
If
it.
you'd
That's
have me
it.
back, man.
Should we have a teaser for the next one?
Let the comments section let me know if you want me to come back.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, like the director.
Let me know.
No.
I know the director's shutting down like edit that bit out.
But yeah, man, thank you so much for coming down, Sleeps.
Thank you for inviting me.
Can you give your YouTube channel one more big up so these lot are watching this? You know, we can be on Spotify.
Sleepy Gaming.
Sleepy
Catch me on
Gaming.
Instagram at Sleeps and Kissy Gaming, and you can catch me on Twitch, Sleepy Sleeps.
Sick. ChallengerxJ, can you give one more for your name, please?
Yep. Name is ChallengerxJ. You can find me on twitch.tv, ChallengerxJ. ChallengerxJ for all my socials, bro.
See, it's a bit deep because I've only got like just YouTube. Like I feel like after I say mine after this, it's not going to be as nice, is it? So my name actually on YouTube ain't actually MF Jones. I didn't know when you create it, I just put my actual name, Lee Tunzel. Edit it, bro. Edit it, director, yeah? So my name on YouTube is Lee Tunzel, aka MF Jones, innit?
So this is the guy who doesn't like Shinobi Striker.
I'm gonna get sued, man. I'm gonna get sued. Alright, well the next podcast we'll have a few surprises for you guys. We'll talk a bit more about Kingdom Hearts 3 and what we kind of want in the future. We'll definitely do that. We'll go into depth more of a couple other games. And it'll be something to look forward to, man. But ultimately, thank you all so much for listening. You know the catchphrase. We're going to cheese up another day. I'll see you all in a bit. Say goodbye, guys.
Yo, peace.